beg you, follow me, follow me, follow me. I beg you, follow me, follow me, follow me. It be that real talk with Obi, Obi. It be that real talk with Obi, Obi. Today, after 1 year of getting drugged and robbed, can you put the microphone in the middle if you don't mind, yeah? Just right in the middle. Right? So today, after 1 year of getting drugged and robbed, we're here in the streets in the middle of, you know, Lleras Park in Medellin, close to where we found the girls that drugged and robbed him. You know, I'd like to welcome you here, Mr. Señor Rio. How'd you feel being back in Colombia, man?
Man, it's like I'm back at home, man. You know, I missed it out here. It's been too long since I've been away.
Right, so how long was it? How long has it been since you were here? How long?
I was out here like 6 months ago, but it was only for like maybe like 5 days. And then I just came out here and I stayed for close to 3 weeks. Yeah, so felt good.
Right.
Got to see my Obi land peoples. Shout out to Jason and Obi.
Okay, so just before we get back into it, since then there've been lots of, there's just a truck going right behind us now. But since then, there've been lots of cases of people getting drugged and robbed here in Medellin, right? Especially here in Lleras Park, in Tinder, the clubs here in Lleras Park and here and in Tinder, right? And your case was one of the only cases, right, in the entire Colombia. I'm sure it's happened, but where it's been documented, where you actually, you know, found the girls and, you know, brought them to some kind of justice. You know, without going too much into it, tell us about the experience now and hindsight. How do you feel about, you know, because people were saying, you know, that you're in fear of your life, you know, they threaten you. How did you feel about the whole event? Like, did you get run out of town?
Nah, man, my money ran dry, guys. Like, I was working remotely for Amazon, so I was able to live out here off of that. And then when Amazon wanted me to come back, I said, forget it, and I quit the job. But that's the reason why I left. But besides that, they didn't run me out of here. I'm out here like I never left, you know. It's still the same for me, guys. I'm just trying to figure out how can I get this money together so I can live out here permanently. You know, I'm big on the Airbnbs and trying to create content so hopefully I could be financially free.
Right. Okay, so you weren't in fear of your life. You weren't run out of town. Why not? Because, you know, these people, they said that they were part of some kind of cartel, all these kind of things. And you know, like, for the normal average person, they'll be, you know, they'll be intimidated or scared of that kind of situation.
You know what it is? I think people think when they think of Colombia, they think of Pablo Escobar and all the stuff they see.
Nah, but bro, here is dangerous.
I'm not saying it's not dangerous, but I'm from New York. New York is just as dangerous, meaning like, I wouldn't go into the hood wearing a chain. So why would I come into a poor country wearing a chain? You know what I mean? Like, me getting drugged and robbed was my fault because I put myself in a situation where like I was moving sloppy. You know, that's why like I handled the situation the way I handled it. But, you know, a lot of Americans come out here and they lead with their money and they think the security comes with it. That like because you offer good money to these people, they won't rob you. But the more money they think you have, the more of a victim they see you as, you know? So I try to tell people, man, like, try to talk to people normal here, you know, because this is a beautiful country. And the people here are very religious. They don't believe in people getting drugged and robbed. But if that happens to you, they look at it as you're putting yourself around the people you shouldn't put yourself around, you know?
Right.
So it's like, you got to respect what happens because, like I said, you wouldn't go into the hood wearing jewelry. You wouldn't go into the hood wearing jewelry in the States. So why would you come to a third world country wearing jewelry?
Right. You see, that's the crazy thing, right? Because I think the other day we were at a restaurant, right? And, you know, anyway, you've probably heard the news of the guy who got killed in Cartagena, right?
Yeah, man. Sorry. Rest in peace, man.
Right. So what is your opinion on that? Like, because if that was me personally, I think I probably would have ended up in the same situation, right? Because I think he reacted, he got killed because he reacted like it was a reflex reaction.
Yeah, I get it. But to me, like I said, guys, I'm from New York, so I respect the jokes. Someone runs up on me with a gun, they can have it, you know, like, I'm not gonna wrestle for my life, you know, like just the same way when I got drugged, guys, like I respected it. You gotta respect the jerk sometimes, man. Like it's not worth it. We got too much to live for. We're coming out here for vacation and then we're getting caught up in the loop thinking we're still in the streets. We're on vacation, man, and we're out here flaunting to the wrong people, you know? So,
So do you personally think that you could ever get drugged and robbed again?
you know, honestly, guys, it could happen to me. It could happen to anyone again
Yeah,
because
I think your phone's ringing.
depends where you put yourself.
Now you could take it.
No, 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 depends where you put yourself. It draws that attention. You know what I mean? So personally, me, like I don't think I'll ever put myself in a situation to get drugged again because I have like little procedures now that I do. So I tell people, first things first, if you're traveling alone out the country, try to get a two-bedroom. I say a two-bedroom because you're able to put all your stuff in the second bedroom and lock that room up completely in case you do have a stranger in your house and it goes south. Because if it goes south, at least you'll know you could your stuff is safe. So God forbid you get drugged, you'll know all your stuff is in that room and they have no way to get into that room.
Right. Okay. So sorry about all the telephone noises and all the telephone calls that you guys have probably been hearing. Okay. So let's just move on real quick onto another question. Right. Let's just move on very real quick onto another question. You've seen on the Overland documentary, right? There was this episode of Scopolamine Trap, right? When you saw that video, how did it feel to you? Did it feel like something which could easily happen? Like, what is your advice to people who you know, unaware of Medellin and want to deal with some of the girls who are outside the who are outside the club, who are outside the club, right? What is your opinion on that?
Honestly, man, like be very careful. Try not to take two girls at the same time with you. Um, always be cautious of your drinks. And honestly, guys, from what I hear, like for me, when I got drugged, it was through drinking something. I'm hearing they could put lotion on you and that makes you like go to sleep and paralyzes you a little bit for a little bit. So it's honestly whatever you're looking for, make sure you stick to it. Don't change the script up or think that maybe maybe that they like you more because honestly guys, we're just business to them. They see us as a dollar sign. And I feel like the American culture is coming here so strong and pushing money onto these people that they think all Americans are rich and we're not, you know, like some of us are just coming out here with a budget, you know, and some people come out here with everything that they have and end up losing everything. So I try to tell people, man, like move smart and if whatever you're looking for, just stick to it. Don't try to change it up.
Okay. Um, this is a question I wanted to know from what in terms of what you think. Do you think that the women over here, the Latina girls, do you think that they really like the tourists? They really like for example, black guys. Do you think that these Latina girls really like black guys or like dealing with black men, or do you think that they just see us as a money thing?
Yo, out of 100, I would say maybe 10% like us guys because the black culture pushes so much money and influence out here. They look at us as like from when I speak to Colombians, they think that we're not respectful and we just waste money. And I believe it's true because when when I see other black men out here, the way they move is like they don't have no common sense or even how to talk to women because of how the women are here. And I feel that is the reason why they treat us the way they treat us or charge us the way they charge us because you know we don't carry ourselves well. You know, like to gain respect, we have to give respect. And I feel like we don't show these people enough respect. We come in here thinking our money can control them, and that's not how life works. You know, like life is all about giving respect. And I feel like as for the black community, I think we should do better out here because you know we're a big reason why the traveling to commute to Colombia is so big right now. You know, I believe in 2, 3 years, this will be just like Dominican Republic.
Okay. Um, Another question I had for you is if you say if you say, for instance, had the chance to live here in Colombia for, you know, to settle down here in Colombia, what would be the first few things? How would you go about, how do you think you will go about surviving over here for someone who's trying to, you know, trying to go down that route?
Well, first, I would do my research on the best place to live that's most economically friendly for me. And I think I'd probably move to Cali. Next, I would probably
Why
try to.
Cali?
Well, Cali, guys, is more. It's a black culture over there. It's not as touristic as Cartagena or Medellin. It's a lot cheaper than Cartagena and Medellin. And being in Cali, I feel like I'm normal there. You know, I can walk in the streets. I don't worry about the people panhandling. I don't worry about the women panhandling. You know, it's a lot different. So I would tell people to do their research on the barriers or where they want to live in Colombia. And if you're able to pay the prices in Medellin and Cartagena, go ahead. But for me, Señor Baratos. So I look for economically friendly apartments. You know, I'm not looking to spend 1,000, 1,500 on an apartment. I look for apartments that are $300, $500. That's the level I'm on. You know, but to each his own. You know, I've been here, coming here for 3 years, going on 4, and I used to spend 2,500 a month on rent, and that was foolish because, believe it or not, I could have probably moved to Cali and paid 2,500 for the year. So you know.
Right. So now going back to the whole topic of scopolamine again, right? You're back here in Medellin. Don't you fear that those girls or their gang or the
Yo,
people that,
Obi, I'm from New York, my boy. Which part don't you understand? Like, it's as dangerous in New York as it is in Colombia. I probably have a higher chance of rate getting killed in New York than I have out here. Man, like, out here you gotta look for the trouble. In New York, the trouble comes looking for you. So no, I'm never scared, man. Those girls are scared of me.
right? So, I mean, I don't know how to respond to that because I'm one who always says never say never. And, you know, that video has got like 2 million views. You know, you probably ruined business for them, you know.
And like I said, Obi, like I told you from the beginning, this country doesn't respect girls that do stuff like that. So the team that they have are people that hide. They're not out front in the streets like how I am, you know, like I have real Colombian friends here. You know, I'm really connected out here. Those girls, they're just the bottom of the barrel trying to get people that don't know any better. So I'm making this video to let people understand like this is not Colombia. Colombia is not about drugging and robbing men. They're not looking at if I'm not saying they don't rob you guys, but it's a friendly extortion. They see how you guys look out here. You look so thirsty, then they'll ask you for money. That's different. If you choose to give away your stuff, that's on you. But getting drugged and robbed, that's not the culture here, guys. That's just the bottom of the barrel, and the people of Colombia don't respect that. So those women, I'm out here.
Okay, another thing which I hate to bring up, but people may notice is you've been away for a year, right? You seem to have piled on the pounds. What was happening back there?
Man, yo, guys, I'm back in New York just working like a slave and working and going home and eating, man. Here, I was able to live, walk around.
Because when you were back here a year ago, you weighed less. Like,
Yeah.
is there something about the weather over there, like in New York?
Yo, there's no life in New York, guys. Like, I just work, go home and eat. Here, there's a life, you know, like I do more. There's nothing more to do in New York. Like, I grew up out there. I'm 37 now, and I'm just trying to find my way back out here so I could get this bread and get back to dropping all of this because, yeah, this ain't it, yo.
Okay, and I'm just trying to think of any current events or any current news. Other event which was on my channel was a guy called Boogie, right? So a chick tried to, I'll tell you the story. He met a chick up here in Provenza, right? And he went back to her apartment. and he realized it was a fake Airbnb kind of thing, right? No one was in there. And two guys tried to kidnap him, right? And then they shot him 6 times, right? He obviously knows that he did something wrong, right? Can you see yourself being in that kind of situation? And what would you have done?
Guys, I don't even go back to girls' houses in New York. Why would I go back to a girl's house in Colombia? The apartments are so cheap here. Like, you're setting yourself up for failure. Like, it's a red flag when a woman invites you to her crib and you don't even know her. You know, like, this is not the States. This is a third world country, and the women here are sleeping with you for money. So what do you expect when a girl
Do you
tells
think
you,
you can
"Hey, come
find
to my
love in
house"?
Colombia? Like, do you think you can really?
Honestly, guys, I can't say no, but if you don't speak Spanish, it's harder. But I give it like a 10% chance of finding love out here because we ruined it out here for us guys. Like, we lie to these women. We try to tell them certain things so we could get with them, bro. So they look at us just like we're money. So nothing that we say, they'll believe. All they believe is how much can we pay them, and that's partially our fault.
So you don't believe that there's any love here in Colombia, then?
10% chance of finding love out here, man. You gotta be, and to me, it's like to find love. Believe it or not, guys out here, a real person out here cares about you when they don't take nothing from you. You know, so if you can find someone out here that doesn't ask you for nothing, then I tell you, yo, shoot for it. But usually everyone asks you for something here, and you can't buy love. You know, that's how I look at it.
Right. Okay. So we're almost getting to the end now. For any newcomers or anybody who is coming freshly into Medellin, because you're now here in Medellin, right? Normally you're based in Cartagena, but you came in here.
It's all the same, guys, man. I'm the king of Cartagena. I'm the king of Medellin. I'm about to be the king of Cali. I'm about to be the king of Colombia. You heard?
Okay. So what advice have you got for people out there who?
Yo, first things first, bring a cell phone with you, an unlocked cell phone, so you could go to a cell phone store, a real cell phone store, guys, not the one in the corner store. Get yourself a regular plan so you have stable Wi-Fi and internet out here, guys. That's one. Two, try to transfer all your money into an account and put that card on your phone. Yeah. And leave your card, hide the cards, hide everything. So in case you lose your phone, you still have your cards. Um, Try to get into a building with security. Always use Uber and watch who you take drinks from.
Okay. Do you want to wipe your face? Because you're sweating,
Yeah,
man.
I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, that's cool. So just before we go, like, can you tell us of any, apart from you getting drugged and robbed, are there any other crazy stories or any other crazy experiences that you've had that, that you want to share with the viewers or the people?
Yo, I would want to share it to them, guys, but you guys got to check out our Patron. You got to check the Patron out, guys. We got the OnlyFans coming out in the Patron, but I can't tell you guys everything right here, man. It's crazy. Whatever happens in Colombia stays in Colombia.
All right, my brother, man. Thank you very much for doing this quick conversation with us.
Anytime for Obi Land, man. I appreciate Obi Land, guys.
Thank you, my brother, man.